Here we go. Evening, everyone. I have, first of all, I have my voice back. So tonight will be, I'll be my usual self, and I have my Havana Club mug helping me tonight. The contents are top secret, so I'll not mention it. Hey, Philip. Hi, guys. Jay, Bogdan and all. Only Bogdan is here with me. You can see him right here. Philip, hi. I think I've a bit botched this this night. I've changed a bit because it was planned for last week. This presentation for Brizy WordPress in 2023, but I didn't recover 100% last week, and I've pushed it to this week. But managed somehow to mess up the hours, so I put 7 p.m. GMT, and it was actually 9 p.m. not 7. So hopefully someone is here. Robert, hi. So I'm not alone, which is perfect. I will not need to play like everyone is here. Michael, hey everyone. Hey guys, let's give it maybe 1-2 minutes more, and then we'll start talking about Brizy WordPress this year. How are you guys doing? New names here. Hi, Slim. Hello, Stratos. Hello, nice. I like your... Good evening, Andreas. Edward from Bucharest. Let's see him. Hi, Edward. Petcu from Bucharest. We are actually in the same city, Edward. I'm in Bucharest as well, so... Hello from Virginia. Greetings from Cyprus. Doing great, man, says Robert. I'm doing excellent as well. My voice is back. I'm very excited about tonight. Let's get right into it. Let me share this nice presentation I've prepared. Tonight we'll talk about Brizy WordPress this year. Very, very exciting. First of all, very important, we will be in March from 20 to 23rd. We'll be in Germany, Europa Park. It's in Rust. It's the biggest cloud and hosting conference in Europe. It's something really cool. If you happen to be there, shoot me an email or a message, and we'll try to meet you guys, have some drinks, a coffee, a beer, and discuss. Tonight we'll talk about Brizy WordPress. We'll do a short recap for last year, and also we'll present some things that we plan for Brizy WordPress this year. We'll try to stick to 60 minutes. I know you guys ask a lot of questions, and I'll try to answer as many as possible. We'll try to stick to 60 minutes. Put your question in the chat. Bogdan is here in the background to help me with the questions. Of course, no tech support. I'll love to help you, but my colleagues will be out of a job. So go to our website and support. I'm Dimi Baitanchuk. Don't try to pronounce it because it's I've learned that it's pretty hard, my last name. One of the co-founders here and the CEOs here at Brizy. This is my email. You can email me anytime. I try to email back and follow up to all emails I receive. Let's go right into last year and what we've achieved with Brizy WordPress last year. We've made a huge amount of improvements and fixes and new additions to Brizy WordPress. New elements, improvements for existing elements, and fixes. It would be very hard to quantify because there were a lot. We've touched almost everything. You can go to our website, brizy.io/changelog. You can find the link in the footer of our website and go through all the changes we made there. We've added, and I've bullet pointed here some of the main things we've done. Motion effects and animations. This lets you add some pizzazz to your website when you scroll, or entrance animations. You can check them out. We did a lot of work in performance, and this is something that you'll continue to see on our list because it's something we we have as a priority to improve performance with everything we do. So we've worked on the front end loading speed, on the code output. I know that this is something very important for us, for you, for everyone. And we've made the builder a lot more snappier. Auto install starter templates is something also that we've added last year. Right now, you can actually install in WordPress a full starter template in just one click. So this is something really cool. Import export for saved blocks and layouts. It's another thing with that we've added. It allows you basically to save blocks and entire pages and actually export them and import them in another WordPress Brizy install. And of course, on the design side, this is something again that you'll find on all our updates, because design is very important for us, and I think it's one of our edge advantage. We are creating and launching a lot of very cutting edge designs, and we've added a lot of them last year. Last year, again, something very important happened. We've raised a seed round of $2.4 million seed round investment from one of the most active tech investment company in Europe called Fuel Ventures. It's an UK investment company. They trusted us with their investment, and we got them as partners to evolve Brizy into the first multi-platform website builder in the world. We are very excited about it, and this should give you and us the confidence that we are here to stay and to make Brizy great. 2023, let's go into this year. This year we'll have a couple of main focuses, and you'll find a bunch of bullet points here on the list. Like last week or 2 weeks back when we did the Brizy Cloud, you'll find a bunch of bullet points here. We want to shoot for the stars, basically. We'll work on performance. My colleagues are working to build a new compiler for our builder, and that will improve performance a lot. Of course, fixes and improvements you'll find every time on the list, because we are constantly working on fixes and improvements. We want to launch this year blogging starter templates and WooCommerce starter templates. This is a question we've received a lot lately. And why we pushed basically this more complex themes is because we wanted to align Brizy Cloud and Brizy WordPress and launch the blogging and e-commerce templates in one go in both platforms, and this will come this year. Better management for saved blocks. This is something that we want this year. Of course, a new contact form. I know that you guys asked for this new contact form, and we've worked on it, and I've saw an in-house beta version of it, and it looks really, really cool. We'll add multi-step functionality. This is something that came from last year. We planned to launch this new contact form last year, but it didn't make the cut. But it will for sure this year. We'll have multi-step functionality. We'll have new fields that you'll be able to add. We'll have conditions. So when you'll select a certain field, another couple of fields will appear. It will be something really cool that will enable you to actually build very complex contact forms, surveys, and things like that. The AI integrations must be on the list, right? It's the rave this year. We want, and I think it fits perfectly. I was talking with Bogdan, and we had the long discussions about AI and how they will impact and change our industry. And we will start looking into AI integrations. For starters, for images and copy, we think that this will be something that will fit excellent in Brizy WordPress and Brizy Cloud as well. We'll have better localization. Actually, the localization part will come fairly soon. I think if I'm not mistaken, later this month or the beginning of March. We want to have Brizy translated in as many languages as possible, and we will tend to that. And we already did that, but we'll wait for this next update to fulfill. I think we'll have 100% on at least 13 or 15 languages. Breaking Points Manager is again something that we've brought in from last year. We wanted to push it last year, but it didn't make the cut. I'm confident that this year will be the year of Breakpoints Manager. The design is made. I also the team already worked on it, and I saw an alpha version, and it looks really good. We'll have more news about the Breakpoint Manager really soon. Design, of course, more pre-made designs, and not only the designs we've made up until now, but we'll have blogging, we'll have WooCommerce, more complex websites that you'll be able to use for yourself or your clients this year. Dynamic filters, of course, is something that will add more SEO options, and of course the Brizy Academy that our colleague GP is pushing hard on it. The B2B part. This is something very important for us, because since last year we started to create this vertical for us, the business to business. We saw a great opportunity in this segment that very few tackle, and we will continue our efforts to increase our business to business vertical. And that means for WordPress, that means hosting companies and resellers. We want to publish this year an updated WHMCS plugin on the WHMCS marketplace. If you're not familiar with this, and this pertains mostly to hosting companies and bigger B2B partners, this is a billing and hosting management solution. Most of the hosting companies are using this, and we want to get in that marketplace to have to create for ourselves a bigger distribution for Brizy WordPress. We want to develop a Plest plugin as well, and also a cPanel plugin. The company that basically develops all these businesses that I've mentioned here are Web Pros, and they develop and nurture and push WHMCS, Plesk, cPanel, and more. So we want to get closer to hosting companies and bigger reseller partners. And of course, we'll extend and develop more our APIs for resellers and bigger partners. In the company segment, we will be focusing on growing the team. Actually, if you go to our website and check our careers page, you'll notice that we have a bunch of open positions for all sorts of positions. And we will be growing the team. We will be setting better processes and upgrading and changing all sorts of systems that we've outgrown in the last year. We'll be working a lot and did a lot of cool and nice steps towards our improving our corporate culture. Next updates. Let's go really fast through our next updates. I put some bullet points here. It's very hard to know exactly what updates and when they will come. It's like, and I was discussing with the guys, it's like a fog of war in games, right? You kind of know some things, but you don't know a lot in advance. So I put some things here that might change, give or take. But so take this with a pinch of salt. In Q1, we want to have a design update. We'll focus on fixes and improvements, and I think we have already in the internal beta an update that will come this month, early next month, and we'll want better localization. This is something very important for our users right now. In the next quarter, we want the blogging and WooCommerce themes, and hopefully the new and improved contact form. showcase. Let me show you some designs. We did it for cloud 2 weeks back, and I want to share my screen and show you a couple of things we are working on in terms of designs. We didn't show them last time, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to show them for WordPress, because they will show. One sec. Yeah. They will show you that we are working on some updates on some design themes and pre-made themes that will be more complex and more on the. And what I'll show tonight, it will be a couple of WooCommerce themes. This is one of the themes that one of our very talented designers did for Brizy. We'll have this implemented later this year. This is a WooCommerce theme, basically. What you see here is a prototype made in Figma. So if you see some animations or some hover effects, these are not implemented in Brizy yet, but are only a Figma prototyping tool. So this is a WordPress WooCommerce theme that will come later this year. What is this? This is a shop for Decorify, some handmade and hand-picked decor products. And we'll have filters and listings of products. You'll be able to add them to cart, and everything will work by default in Brizy WordPress. Of course, you'll be able to install everything in one go. So basically, you'll be able to get a shop very fast. Let me go to a product details page, and you'll be able to change all sorts of things here and add into the shopping cart. I think we have the shopping cart as well. Let me show it to you. Very modern and very minimalistic. I kind of like it. Another theme that we have the designs for, and will be available in Brizy WooCommerce later this year, is called we name it Verona. This is the homepage. We wanted to go for this theme. We want to go for something more generalistic theme that will fit in terms of design with anything you might want to sell. So this is Verona. I'll show you for Verona. I'll show you a product listing, and we have this nice filter here in the sidebar, and a product listing. And also, let's look at the product details page. This is more in tune, as you can see, with WooCommerce design, and we'll have descriptions and reviews and everything you might want for your WooCommerce needs. This theme was built for, and it's called Verona, but we've created, just to give you a taste, we've created more landing pages on certain niches that will be available. So this is sort of an organic food marketplace, let's say. And I want to walk you through a couple of these home pages. So you see that the coloring, the fonts, the typography, everything is a bit different, and gives you the feeling of this one, for example, for the greens, and the images go for this organic food niche. This is an art gallery, for example. If you are selling some, it can be an art gallery, or it can be a, I don't know, maybe a design shop, for example. Of course, you can build blogs, and everything will be built in, and you will be able to install it in one go in Brizy WordPress. Let's go to another home page. This is called Verona shoes. I'm guessing you'll be selling shoes with this one. Of course, everything here will be you'll be able to modify it. So if you don't sell shoes and replace the images with, I don't know, other products, it will work perfectly fine. Let's go to another one. Verona. This is jewelry. I really kind of like this one. And I was talking with Bogdan a bit earlier. This kind of designs, very elegant, very minimalistic, are sort of timeless. So if you are selling jewelry and you don't have an agency to handle your website, you can create your own very easy with Brizy WordPress. I think I have two more. Verona Music. I'm guessing if you are a popular artist and you can sell music, all sorts of digital. I like this. This design is very nice with the images, with a rounded corner only on one side, and I appreciate the striking black background. Let's go to the last one. Verona Books. Very nice. If you're selling books, this would be probably the WooCommerce theme for you. You'll be able to structure the books on all sorts of categories, authors, and things like this. I really like this. It's very clean and very light. And this is it. Let me go back to our presentation here. This was it in terms of our short design showcase. What I wanted to show you is that we are doing steps and working towards those more complex things, because I've got this question actually. I think today on our we have a community in WhatsApp. It's not an official community. It's a community created by one of our fans. And someone asked that when will you bring the blogging and WooCommerce templates? And look, this is the showcase for, we are working on it, so they will be here this year. Q&A. I went through the presentation very fast. We're 22 minutes in, so we have more time for our Q&A. Let me go through the question you've put here, and I'll kindly ask you to put more questions here. Let's go a bit back. John, Breakpoint Manager is huge. Yes, it is huge, John. It's something that you guys asked about it, and our community was made this very clear for us that is something that we want in. We have the design, we have the partially implemented. I saw a beta. It's perfect. It works very nice. We'll bring it in this year. It will be very cool because you'll be able to create certain breakpoints basically, where your design will be able to you'll have full control over your responsive views. Are Baltic languages in the list? Yes, there are some of them. You can actually go Sim. You can go to Brizy. You can go to WordPress.org and search for Brizy in the plugin section there, and you'll find exactly what languages we have translated Brizy WordPress for. I think there are 13 languages, if I'm not mistaken, at 95%, and we'll add the last 5% in the next update. So there are some languages there. Of course, in Brizy WordPress, being an open source and an open community in WordPress, you can contribute actually to the translation part. So if you have a WordPress.org account and your language is not there, feel free to translate Brizy WordPress in your language. Better mobile performance. Matthew, we've made a lot of improvements there, and we are continuing everything we develop. We are looking into that as well. I'm sure some of you might argue that there is some more things to improve, and 200% you're right, because there will always be things to improve related to performance, and especially to mobile performance. We know that mobile is the new is the new way of accessing websites, and we are making a lot of progress there, and we have this in our focus. Jonathan, welcome back, Jonathan. Thanks for being here, man. I know that you are one of our avid fans. I see your name and your avatar. I recognize it from our Facebook community. Good things are coming on many levels. Indeed, they are. We shoot for the stars this year, and I'm confident that we will get there. A fast panel should also be in the B2B list. Sim, I think you're right. It might be. Look, we need to start somewhere, right? And we take decision based on market share, and the web pros guys have the biggest market share. So we'll start with that. Fast panel might as well be next. Brizy changed my life. I'm the most rated Brizy seller Fiverr. Malik, this is excellent to hear, man. It changed. I can tell you that it changed our lives as well. So this is great news. I'm glad you are using, and Brizy is changing your life. Let's see. Jay, mobile first is really needed, including all the tools to work freely. It's way too restrictive. Jay, I understand what you're saying. What Jay is saying is that let me give you a bit of context, maybe for those that don't know how you're doing it right now in Brizy. You are building it in desktop view, and everything's cascades into the tablet and mobile views, and there are very precise reasons that I stand by, and we stand by, why that happens. What Jay says is that Jay would want to have in tablet, in mobile view, all the controls to be able to build directly in mobile. I agree with you half and don't agree with you half, because I think it's important, and the ease of use of Brizy comes from these restrictions, Jay. If we would let everyone build from everywhere, I think we might get into more trouble than not. So I'm not sure this mobile first. I agree with mobile first for sure, and we can take steps to improve the mobile experience for sure. But that doesn't mean necessarily to let you do everything in mobile. So keep that in mind. Nice. Okay. API for develop WordPress plugin add-ons for Brizy. Let's see. George. API for developers, WordPress plugin add-ons for Brizy. This is something that we always thought that it will be something that will develop, and most likely we will at some point. It's just that right now Brizy developer third party, it's sort of on the back burner. It will come at some point, but I'm not sure if this year. Strategic affiliate marketing. May you share your email address again? Of course, my email address is dimi@brizy.io, and I have in the presentation the last slide. If you have the patience to go up until the end, you'll see my email again. You can email me anytime you want. I make efforts to reply to all of you, even if with some delay. Let's see. Do I still need to use a third-party theme like Blocksy to use Brizy Pro? You don't necessarily need to use Blocksy in order to use Brizy Pro. Brizy Pro has everything you need in terms of theme as a theme builder. You can control headers, footers. You can control templating on blog. You can control WooCommerce and things like this. Why you would use Blocksy? You would use probably Blocksy in conjunction maybe with Brizy Pro if they maybe offer some design maybe that you like or something like this. but you are not forced to do it. So basically, you can use Brizy Pro without Blocksy without any issues. Robert, Robert, Brizy WordPress tonight, man, not Brizy Cloud, but since I've already put it on the screen, let me just answer it. Brizy Cloud, yes, will support e-commerce. We are working to bring in a third-party solution via Egvid, so it will support e-commerce this year. I see a couple of questions about Brizy Cloud. Robert, sorry, man, I'll have to pass this because it's a Brizy WordPress oriented live stream. Let's see. The commerce design look very slick. Yes, they are very slick. We like them. What we wanted to do with the first designs, in go into a sort of a direction that is, with the main designs, be generalistic, that can be used on multiple niches, and build multiple home pages that will let you expand and create other stores on other niches. But we really like them, and we'll continue to push designs in the shopping and e-commerce department. So these are only the start. More will come. Ambreen, hello from Pakistan. Hello, Ambreen. Welcome to our nice live stream. WooCommerce templates look great, by the way. Thanks, Robert. Okay, I've realized I said Brizy Cloud earlier. Brizy WordPress is also fire. I've been using it to literally create magic lately. Thanks, Jonathan. I know that you are a great support of ours, and we value your feedback. You know Brizy Cloud and WordPress in and out. Let's see. John says, would be good to view the mobile versions as well. It's easy enough with laptop versions to be fair. Good to view the mobile versions in terms of the design I've showed. I can't show you those because we don't have them. How the process works, just to give you some insight, is we designed everything in desktop view, and the responsive and mobile versions, the tablet and the smartphones, are made in the process of integrating the design in Brizy directly. So those views are not designed but directly integrated in Brizy when we integrate the desktop design. Philip, is there live text wrapping? Philip, I'm not sure exactly. I read your question in the sidebar, but chose to put it here, even if I don't understand it exactly. Live text wrapping. Come back, please, to me with more explanation, because I think I get something, but I'm not necessarily sure exactly what you mean. Claps for the search and filter section. Yes, we want to build how it works right now in WooCommerce themes. For example, if you install a theme from, I don't know, maybe let's take Blocksy or Astra or whatever, it doesn't really matter. If you install a theme from any premium themes, let's say, how they do the designs is they create the designs, but they rely a lot on other functionality. For example, filters and search. This is an important functionality for WooCommerce, for example, or for more complex websites. And the problem here it's that if you rely on certain other plugins, so basically when they install a theme, they also install, besides the design, other plugins that handle filtering. They handle all sorts of other functionality. This poses a sort of a problem because you rely on different providers, different developers. If the filter plugin developer just goes AWOL, you are left to dry, right? So we want to solve this and offer you a Brizy complete solution. You'll have filters in search, you'll have everything related to design come from Brizy, and the part of WooCommerce that will come from WordPress. So we can vouch that no one will go away, and you'll be able to use our templates out of the box without any issues. Any hotel rentals examples? Very smart. We'll put that on the list. Bogdan is here in the back. He heard it already. We'll put it on the list. Hotel and rentals. Very good idea. Actually, guys, dimi@brizy.io. Don't forget, besides the emails that tell me this is missing, this doesn't work, we need this improved, please send me all the feedback you have, small and big. We save it and take it into consideration in our meetings and in our discussions. Let's see, John. Would be good for designs to be more optimized to websites that would be designed. Websites for books are very rare, for example. You are right, John. The examples I gave, and I think, let me actually count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've presented 6 home pages tonight, but they're not actually all the home pages we have, because I didn't want to go too much into the showcase. You're right. Some of the niches, like books, or they are more obscure. They are maybe more niched, and few users will actually use it. But we will want to cover as many niches as possible. So basically, when we strike on your niche, it will be exactly what you need, and you'll have the turnkey solution. If you have more niches, send me an email. Bogdan with his team will handle it, and will for sure see it in one of the next updates. Let's see. Michael, will it be possible to create a pop-up trigger when an item is added to the shopping cart? Very smart. We have pop-up triggers right now. I don't see an issue to extend, because we have a bunch of triggers already built in the pop-up trigger, like exit if you come from a link, seconds after the page loading, scroll. We have a bunch of triggers. I don't see a major issue to extend that and add another trigger for when you add another pop-up in the shopping cart. How would you use that? Maybe upsell something. Might be I think this is what you had in mind. A very interesting idea. We'll note it down. Let's see. Andreas, membership function. Are there any plans? Andreas, you are not new to Brizy, I think, because membership functionality we have already in Brizy WordPress. So if you go to our website, you'll see there the products. Go to WordPress, and you'll find the page with membership, and that explains how membership in WordPress works. We've built it on a block level. You can use WooCommerce to put a paywall. It's very, very, very cool. There are some ideas and some ways to expand that, and maybe we'll do that this year. But membership function is already in Brizy WordPress. You can look into it and use it today. Finally, something for music. Yeah, look, again, dimi@brizy.io. Send me an email. We've tried to cover as many niches and as many designers as possible, and we have a great design team here. If music is something we need more of, I'm sure we don't mind to add more. Let's see. Philip, please prioritize the local video hosting for background elements. So finally, the German GDPR recordings can be made without third-party tools. We are constantly monitoring this, Philip. We've made very good advancements, and we are GDPR compliant right now. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by background videos. I think my colleagues, if you've mentioned this to us, my colleagues already for sure know about it, and we are working on it. On the regular videos, you can use the cover, for example, to basically block the request from going to WordPress, going to YouTube. Background elements, I'm not sure. I think this is something that my colleagues know, and probably it's something. It's in the works. Yes, it's in the works. So it's a few weeks away. Bogdan knows better. He's handling the product as well. So few weeks away. Let's see. Yes, Breakpoint Manager is especially helpful for extensive designs, which then have to be simplified bit by bit as the display gets smaller. Yes, you are right. You actually, Jan, the simplifying part is not necessarily the issue, I think, because we have tools to let you simplify the design, right? To hide some things, or maybe you can create blocks that show only on desktop, or only on mobile, or only on tablet. I think why this is asked the breakpoint manager is that we have certain breakpoints where the design changes that we've already built in Brizy, and those are not fluid, right? You can't control those. So maybe you'll want after desktop to have I don't know, a mobile portrait, let's say, right? We don't have that. We have only mobile. No, you would want a mobile tablet, mobile landscape, and we have only mobile portrait. So maybe those sort of things, telling the system where to break the design, and of course you will be able, and this is very important, that you will not only be able to only tell it where to break, but on that breakpoint you will be able to control everything. So control colors, hide things, padding, margins, and things like that. So I agree with you. We're in agreement here. On more complex designs, the breakpoint manager will help for sure. Let's see, Andrea. You need a designer. Oops. 1 sec, sorry about that. You need a designer for templates. I love clean design, but sometimes I want to see more new inspirations. After 3 years with Brizy, I know that you can do what you can do with it. I miss a little bit of creativity. Andrea, I don't agree. I strongly don't agree, but I'm always open to be convinced otherwise. So if you want to put your skills and your where your mouth is, send us some designs and some of your work on dimi@brizy.io or bogdan@brizy.io, better actually, and who knows, maybe you'll join our design team. What steps are being taken to ensure Brizy's implementation of AI will be ethical in respect to the artists and writers that copy and image will be ultimately be sourced from? Actually, this is a very good point, and a very interesting, and actually at the same time a very complex question. What we will be this is a complex question because I can't possibly answer it in a sense, right? This ethical respect to AI and artists, I know that is something that is discussed, and I've read articles, and I know that this is something that is discussed right now and dealt with, and all sorts of frameworks will be most likely created by Midjourney and all of these AI image generation tools. I wouldn't be able to tell you how we will tackle that. because we wouldn't tackle that actually. What we will do as a first step in including AI in Brizy, it will be implementing third-party tools like Midjourney or others for images or for text generation, like ChatGPT or others. So basically, we'll have a third-party integration. It's not that we want to pass that responsibility. Of course, there will be, being a third-party integration, you will be able to choose if you want to use them or not. We will not force it on you, of course. This ethical respect will be sort of responsibility passed to this third-party integration will make. I'm in a way grateful that we passed this ethical responsibility. I know that they are still figuring it out. So we'll need to watch this and pursue it and see exactly how this will be solved in the months and years to come. I don't have a precise answer, but of course, this is something that I'm sure we'll need to look into it and find a solution eventually. Well, will Verona be available? Will be available later this year, hopefully in Q2, in Q2. What we want to do, and this was let me give you a bit of context about the thinking behind it. We have the design already made for some time, and we are yet to implement it in Brizy WordPress as well as Brizy Cloud. And why I mentioned Brizy Cloud here is because this is precisely why we've postponed creating Brizy e-commerce templates. We want to have the templates integrated in Brizy WordPress and also in Brizy Cloud. We don't want to be to launch e-commerce templates only in one platform. This will bring all sorts of issues in updating, in maintaining different themes and different designs, and we want to bring everything all at once. So first, we need to launch e-commerce in Brizy Cloud, and when we do that, we'll bring the e-commerce teams both in Brizy Cloud and Brizy WordPress. So hopefully in Q2 this year. Let's see, Jan. Finally, there is a multi-step function for the contact form. Well, Jan, truth be told, there is not yet, but it will be this year for sure. Assume that this will also come for Brizy Cloud. Yes, for sure. Anything related to the builder, you can automatically assume that it will come in Brizy Cloud as well. So elements and functionality that pertains only to the builder. So for example, an element that is related to WordPress, like WooCommerce, can't come in Brizy Cloud because Brizy Cloud, as we all know, it is not in WordPress environment. Here it would be more important since you can switch to other plugins with WordPress. Yes, I agree. In cloud, it will be more important because we control everything there, and even if you have other solution in Brizy WordPress, cloud doesn't have that for now. So yes, it will come in Brizy WordPress and also Brizy Cloud. Let's see, are you adding more functionality with the header transition effects? Like a sticky top header transform smooth transition. Let me parse this. Sticky top header transform smooth transition. We have a sort of transition, a slide transition when the header is sticky, because we have the option of sticky headers. But when you scroll, there is a sliding effect. I'm not sure, Ronan, if you can share with me some examples on my email. I'm sure we can create an issue and maybe add more transitions. For example, I can give you. I saw something really cool that actually some user of ours did. The header in Brizy was sticky, and when you scroll, what you saw behind the header had an opacity like 60% or something, and what you saw in the background of the header was blurred. it was a very nice effect that I think we can add, and it was a CSS effect. It's nothing so special, but it was something really cool that was striking and attract my eyes, and I think that is something we'll add. Give me an email with some examples with these transitions and this sticky transform, and for sure we'll create an issue and look into it and maybe put it into one of our updates. Let's see, Alex. Please add columns to edit easier. Precisely. And maybe containers to align all the boxes of a website correctly and any device easily. I think this implies more functionality. In a short sentence, we need to develop 3 months of work, but let me see. So add columns to edit easier. The columns are very easier to edit. I'm not sure you're familiar with our shortcuts. Go look into that. If you press escape and if you have selected an element, it goes up and up in the parent tree. So this will help you with editing columns. Next, containers to align. We've already built in some more alignment features for columns. So for example, as a default, they are stacked at the top, but you can put them in the bottom. You can spread them around the content. So I'm not sure if you are referring to maybe align the columns or the content inside them, but the columns, they're aligned only in a certain way. So I'm guessing you are referring to the content inside, and we have options to that. Of course, we can expand that for sure. Any suggestions? I'm like a broken record. Dimi@brizy.io. Give it to me and we'll look into it. Can you tell me more about dynamic filters? What exactly will the filter options be? And this is Jan, very tricky, because this dynamic filter, we built it as think of it as our columns, or as our, let's say, our tabs element, right? If you've been using Brizy, you know that our tabs element is not like in other software where you add a tab and you only modify the text that is already preset there. Our tabs element and a bunch of other elements, you add it on the page and you build anything you want there, right? In the tab element, it's like a column, it's like a container element. So you drag a tab, you drag a column, you drag everything. You can build inside it anything you want. You can drag images, you can drag buttons, everything, columns, everything. This will be the same for filters. So basically, the filters will be a set of options like draggers, like checkboxes, like radio boxes, that you'll be able to, first of all, stylize exactly the way you want. So you'll be able to show them vertical, horizontal, changing colors and everything, fonts and everything. But you'll also, and this is important, and it answers your questions, you'll be able to link the filters with exactly what you want from the backend. You'll be able to link them with WooCommerce products, for example. So this will enable you to create that listing of products with filtering products. You'll be able to link it with custom post types. If you have, I don't know, what sort of blog post or custom blogs types. So you'll be able, it will be very malleable and very customizable to link it with anything you want to display there, right, inside the filter. And this is one of the reasons why it is, because we are building in all this flexibility and complexity. This makes the development harder to do, and it takes some time to achieve this basically complexity. Let's see. Hello from India. Hey. Nice. Rona, I love to see more transition effects, more button effects. We have something in the pipeline. I'm not sure exactly when it will come. We had something called hover effect. Hover effects will be something that will be contained and will be included in our grander effects feature that already contains transition and already contains loading entrance animations. It will contain at some point hover effects. Hover effects are exactly what you want. So, for example, for buttons, you'll be able to select from one of the animations, flips, and all sorts of zooms and shrinks and things like this. So there will be some built-in animations. You will not create animations. This will be contrary to our Brizy way of doing things. But you'll be able to select an animation that is already created. So zooms, bouncings, and things like this. And this will work for buttons, the images, columns, and all sorts of elements. We have this in the works, in the pipeline. I'm not sure exactly when it will come. I would say this year, but for sure it will come. We have 10 minutes more, guys. The sidebar here in the questions is getting smaller and smaller. I'm trying to get to all of them, but you did show a template. Let's see. You did show a template where there was wrap text in the titles. I'm not. I have the instinct to tell you that we sort of have this already, but if we don't have it, please let me know on email and tell me exactly how this needs to be to work, and I'll push it to our guys and see exactly how. Love your name, Sweden, a golden place. Is there a YouTube kind of element widget supporting YouTube playlist? Yes, it is. It actually it's called playlist. So go in Brizy WordPress and find it, and you'll be able to put some a YouTube playlist in there. JC, will the dynamic filter support more than 90 items? Right now, they filter in the post assets elements is limited to filtering about 90 items only. I would not see why not filtering more than 90 items. I would suggest JC maybe not showing 90 items on a page and split them on, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 per page and do multiple pages. But of course, I don't see any restrictions necessarily here. I might be wrong. The technical part I don't understand 100%, and at this point it's a bit early, to be honest, for the filter to do some assumptions. Let's launch it first, test it, and we'll see exactly. Can burn effects, please? Jera, I totally agree with you. Actually, we have in the beta we've launched. No, sorry. In the beta we've tested last year, and this will come fairly soon, I think. It was a very big beta that I've presented and already also showcased some of the options that will come late last year, I think in November, but I can't remember exactly. If you go on YouTube and search for the webinar, you'll find it. We've built on the blocks, we've built the background where you can actually put a gallery in there. And those can burn effects are already built in there, and they're very cool with that that animation, like a breathing, right, when the images change it. We are very fan of that, and we like it. They will come, burn effects, for sure. Let's see. I want theme light, dark, and option blur on menu. Option blur on menu is something that we don't have. I saw it and I liked it, and I think we'll implement that. It's not that big of a deal, I think. I want theme light and dark. Light and dark. If you mean, Okay, maybe you mean those themes that you can change from the front end if it's dark and light. Those are more complex to do. I'm not sure we'll have that very soon. Philip, +1 for Ken Burns sliders. Okay. So we have more Ken Burns fans. I like that you improved absolute positioning. Yes, we did. Still would love a small anchor symbol when an absolute position element is selected to show where it lives in the structure. This is actually, Max, is a very cool UX idea. I would love if you could send me an email with this. So basically, uh, right now, when we move something, absolute positioning in the interface, you move everything, right? You move the column, you move everything, and it's not pretty clear what that element resides as a normal element without the absolute positioning. And what Max suggested, from my understanding, is have some sort of a queue in the interface to have an idea, right? When you select that absolute positioning element here in the top, to know that this the original position is somewhere here in the right, let's say, right? To have that visual cue. It's a very interesting idea. I think it's something we can look into it and build to give you more. I like it. Let's see if we can. Dimi, is the scroll transform features? Transform. We have scroll animations. When you scroll, you can move things around on the page. But transform, we have all sorts of 3D, all sorts of. Ronan, maybe go test our scroll animations and let me know how those work. Let's see. Yay for the new features of the contact form, especially for the repeatable fields and conditions. Yes, we'll have, and I saw this. We'll have steps. This is for sure. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by repeatable fields, but I know that we'll have steps, so you'll be able to build, let's say, a survey, for example, with multiple fields, and when you press next, or you'll go to a next step where you have other fields, and you'll go to a next step where you'll have other fields, and eventually, of course, when you go through all the steps you've built, you submit all the steps, all the fields. And this will let you create the forms in steps. We'll have also conditions. So basically, you'll be able to select a field, or let's say you'll select an option. Does your product support, I don't know what features? Yes. And if you select yes, another bunch of other questions or fields appear. If you select no, they don't appear. Some things like this related to conditioning. This I know we'll have for sure. I'm not sure about repeatable fields, but if you were thinking about conditions, yes. Are there any plans for better music player? Look, we are implementing. We have for audio. We have third parties, of course. And we also have the standard HTML5 audio. I'm not sure what better audio than HTML5 standard. I'm not sure what else we can put there. Sorry. They can embed. Yes, very good, very good. Thanks, Bogdan. Bogdan is whispering, and of course we have the embed element, which I think it can apply to everything, right? From contact forms, payment methods, and of course for audio elements, you can embed any audio element from the web. You just get the embed code and include it in Brizy with our embed element. So if you have another better solution, we encourage you to use that. Let's see. Let's see. Greta, I love the hover effects of the first template you showed. Please add that effects to Brizy. We really need them. Jera. We does that you saw that was a prototype in Figma. So Figma has this nice thing that you can do some borders, some zooms on images and things like this, which is very cool. And we have with the tools we already have now, you can build most of that with the borders. We don't have zoom on images, but zoom on images will come in the hover effects I've talked earlier, and you'll be able to build. We'll be able to build that for sure. I don't think it's a problem. We have borders. We have hovers right now. You can build partially those hovers, but once we'll bring in that nice animation on images with the zoom, you'll be able to bring that home. Philip, hug Bogdan. So Bogdan, you have a hug from from Philip. Front-end post submission feature. Is there a front-end post submission feature? This is a very nice and interesting. If I understand exactly what you mean, this is very interesting, and it's something that we've discussed about. What Dorzik 2 is, I think, is referring to is basically creating a sort of an element that lets you build in the front end for your users a post submission feature. So basically, a user can come and submit a post, right, directly to your post in WordPress, or for that matter in Brizy Cloud. We don't have this built yet. This would be our contact form extended, basically. So what is a post submission? It's a contact form, actually, if you think about it. And we'll continue to discuss about this. This is very interesting and opens the door to all sorts of websites. For example, you'll be able to create the users' accounts. Using the membership functionality, you'll be able to give them access to certain functionality there. Maybe use this new form submission or form submission feature to let them input content into the database from their account. So it's very interesting what Dorzik suggests, and we'll continue to discuss about it. I'm not sure. This is only an idea that we're discussing, so it's not something that it's on the roadmap, but it's very interesting. Let's see. Tweaks for the mini cart element, like be able to change the icon or add elements inside the mini cart. This is very interesting, and we have a couple of features related to the WooCommerce integration that we have, and we need to extend and improve this year for sure. And I think the cart is one of the issues that I've recently saw on that list. So we'll improve that. I'm not sure you'll be able to change the icon. I think the icon can be changed right now, if I'm not mistaken. But we will be building more customization and stylizing in the cart page, in the cart element as well in the coming months for sure. For sure, we want to have this done by the time we bring in of course, the WooCommerce templates. We want that custom made. So in the process of integrating those, for sure, we'll bump our heads into some of the things that we'll need to improve and in our WooCommerce implementation. Let's see. Jonathan, GPT. Yes, Jonathan, we'll want to bring that in. I've discussed, I think, with Bogdan hours related to the AI and how this might be useful for us. And we've arrived at the conclusion that our first step to implement a third-party solution for copy, for example, to get in copy really fast for your pages or for your clients' pages. I can't count how many times in the past when we work with clients in our use, for example, you kept hitting that phone. Send me that copy for the homepage. Send me that copy for the, I don't know, the services page. And they struggle to put something together, and everything is a mess. You'll be able to use AI to build everything in the website related to copy very, very fast. And we've did a bunch of tests related to copy generation, and it's pretty cool. You only adjust a couple of percentages here and there, some words, some keywords, and you'll get there. And of course, that stands for the images as well. Imagine how powerful it would be to create images directly inside Brizy without the need to go to, I don't know what free tell me some stock photography, right? Some free stock photography that you are using. Download it, get it to a, I don't know, to a Figma, modify it, and things like this. So it will be very powerful to have. At first, let's go with the baby steps. Third-party integrations for AI, for images, and also for text. This will be something that we'll want there as soon as possible. Let's see some favorites. And look, Stephen will do you this, and will end your webinar tonight and your live stream with on a positive note with your comment. Favorite things about Brizy: ease of use, beauty, visual accuracy within the builder. Keep up the great work. I totally agree, Stephen. This is what we stand for, and we will continue to push this year and the years to come. We are here to stay. I think we've already shown this, and we are continuing to push on this Brizy way of doing things, with ease of use, with a great user experience, with great designs. I thank you all for your tremendous support. Again, please let me share a bit my screen, then show you this email, dimi@brizy.io. Please send me your feedback. Actually, right now, once you close this, send me a short email. It doesn't have to be with hi, please, just bullet points of ideas. We'll take them into consideration for sure. And in each live stream, I get this gems from you guys. So it's truly something special to have your support and your feedback, and with us all these years. Of course, we count on your support going forward. I hope this year, and I'm sure this year will be a great year for Brizy WordPress, Brizy Cloud, and the entire ecosystem. We have a couple of more big surprises for you, but we don't want to spoil everything in one go. So we'll keep this under wraps still. Thanks again. Let's keep in touch on the community, on Facebook, on email, and I'll meet you guys, I guess, on the next live stream. Have a great night, and I'll see you. Bye.